She's bleeding from 100 small wounds, and she doesn't even know it. A young zebra stands motionless at the edge of a dry riverbed, her flanks crawling with ticks, dozens of them swollen and dark against her white stripes. One patch above her shoulder has already gone raw. What happens next will change how she survives the rest of the dry season. She tries to fix it herself first. She rubs her side against the bark of a dead acacia again and again until the bark is smeared with blood. She rolls in the dust, kicking up clouds that settle into her wounds instead of cleaning them. She twists her neck back, straining to reach the ticks buried near her spine, but her teeth close on empty air. She stomps. She shudders her skin, the way zebras do to shake off flies. Nothing works. The ticks hold on, feeding, swelling larger by the hour. Some carry disease. Left alone, an infestation like this can weaken a young zebra enough to fall behind the herd. And falling behind, out here, is a death sentence. She is not alone in this landscape, though she doesn't know it yet. High in the branches of a nearby fever tree, a small flock of red-billed oxpeckers watches her. These are unusual birds. Their feet are built like tiny grappling hooks, made for clinging to moving animals rather than perching on branches. Their beaks are flattened sideways, almost like scissors, shaped specifically for scraping parasites from thick hide. An adult oxpecker can eat over 100 ticks in a single day. For them, a tick-covered zebra is not a burden to avoid. It's a meal, walking on 4 legs. But trust has to be built first. Oxpeckers don't simply land on any zebra, they test. They watch how an animal reacts to sudden movement, to unfamiliar weight on its back. A skittish zubble will buck the birds off before they ever get to work. This particular young female has grown up watching her mother tolerate them. She has seen this before, she just hasn't experienced it herself. Not yet. The first bird lands on her rump, feet gripping tight. She flinches, doesn't run. A second bird joins, then a third. They begin at her shoulders, where the wounds are worst. The scissor-shaped beaks work fast, plucking ticks one by one, cracking them audibly, swallowing without pause. The zebra's ears flick back, tracking every movement, but her legs stay still. Slowly, the birds move down her flank. Their claws find grip in the coarse hair along her spine. One bird works its way toward her ear, an area she could never reach alone, prying loose a tick swollen to the size of a coffee bean. For a moment, everything stops. A rustle in the tall grass nearby, the zebra's head snaps up. The oxpeckers freeze mid-motion, feathers tight against their bodies. Seconds pass, nothing emerges. A warthog trots out instead, indifferent, and disappears into the bush. The tension breaks. The birds resettle. The feeding continues, as if the interruption never happened. This is the strange intimacy of the process. A bird small enough to fit in a human palm, working across the ribs of an animal that could kill it with a single kick, and neither one flinching from the other. The zebra's skin twitches occasionally, an involuntary shiver, but she does not step away. Around her shoulder wound, the birds work with particular care, pulling loose ticks embedded near the broken skin, cleaning the edges of the infection before it can spread. It is not gentle, exactly. It is efficient, but there is something close to gentleness in how precisely they avoid the open wound itself. 20 minutes pass this way. The sun shifts. The birds move from shoulder to belly to the base of her tail, methodical, unhurried, until there is almost nothing left to find. By the time the oxpeckers lift off, scattering into the fever tree above, the zebra's coat looks different, not fully healed. The raw patch on her shoulder will take days to close, but the swollen, blood-heavy ticks are gone. She rolls once more in the dust, this time almost lazily, and shakes out her mane. Her stride, when she rejoins the herd, is looser, lighter. She grazes without pausing every few seconds to bite at her own skin. She will never know their names. She may never notice them again as anything more than background movement, small shapes darting along her back. But she will carry their work with her. Every day the ticks don't return in force. Every day her skin stays clear enough to run without pain. Survival out here is rarely a solitary act. It is not one animal enduring alone, but two species finding, almost by accident, that their needs fit together. A bird that needs to eat, a zebra that needs to be clean, neither one asking permission, neither one saying thanks. If nature's hidden partnerships fascinate you, hit subscribe for more wild stories like this one.